Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. Oh, I've been playing with one-dimensional cards today. I love it. I should be doing more of these because it's just fabulous. We're going to do a bit of masking as well. But I think, oh, I've got to show you, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that. I've added all those beautiful gems that pick up the colours. And this, believe it or not, is just one piece of card. I've just added 2 little strips of glitter just to make it pop off the page. And inside I've done these beautiful leaves and these beautiful flowers. And what I did was the width of my card, I cut this to. This is that beautiful glitter card. And then on the back I've got these little 1/8 7-inch strips of tape. Now this stuff is really good. What I did was I layered on the back one little strip, whoops, just like that, all the way across. Use my scissors to take it off, just like that. And then I got my guillotine, which is fabulous, and popping it in, I took that right to the edge of the card. Made sure my blade was right on the edge, and that gave me that 1/8 of an inch strip, so I could add that piece later to my card. It's a little bit wider slightly, but you can always trim off. So that's how I've made those little strips. Thought I'd show you. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. And the sets that I'm using, I am using this, this and this out of here. This is that All That You Are. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And also I'm using these bits as well out of here. Incredible Like You. Oh, and the sentiment is, I hope your day is as amazing as you are. I love it. And then, like I say, I used these patterns on the inside and the little tiny flower, which is for there. Absolutely wonderful. So that's how I got my little tiny 1/8 of an inch strips, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, look at that. It's just beautiful. So I cut some pieces of card last week, so I've got 2 of those now ready. And I misjudged, and my card then was way too small for my layers, so I thought, what can I do with these? So this is 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. So what I did, I cut my black card down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. I think I might need to take another smidge off, just so it's got a nice border all the way around. Oops, doesn't look straight, does it? Yeah, so I've got a nice little border going all the way around. But my card, I just kept the same. This is 3 it's not 3 at all, it's 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. And I'm just going to fold and burnish this in the centre. But it's only a 1 layer card, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's just so strikingly beautiful. My black is a little bit short as well, but I don't mind. I'm just going to make sure, in fact I might trim a little bit of this off. Yeah, I'm going to trim a tiny bit off. So I'm going to take this down to 5 3/4. See if that little bit helps. Oops, it doesn't want to go through 2 pieces. 5 3/4. Let's see if that little smidgen helps, because there is a lot of overhang on this one as well. I don't mind. It's a handmade card, made beautifully. That's a little better. It's going to be about the same as that now. Yes. I don't think anyone would notice. They'd be just to see how beautiful that is. I love my gems. Oh, so yeah, we're going to do that again. So I've got my cards to one side. We're going to do some stamping. I'm going to fetch in a large piece of scrap because some of them I'm going to stamp off. And I've got, where's it gone? I did have, oh there it is. I've got a 1-inch strip which is slightly longer. And I'm going to, because I can't find my masking tape anywhere. But I've got some removable adhesive. And then I'm just going to put that on over the top. So let's get this up. And what I did on my card, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4 squares up. And I just laid this over the top. So I know it's perfectly straight. I know there's a bit of glitter on those cards, but it's worth it. I just love it. Oh, and I'll show you how I got the sprinkles on the top. So I pulled out 6 colours. So what I did, I'll show you later because I'm going to do all the stamping first, but I'm going to stamp on the block, spritz it with my shimmer spray, and then that's what gives me those, there's a little bit of shimmer just in those sprinkles that I used with my paintbrush. So I got my paintbrush handy as well. It's clean, it's been dried, but it helps get rid of all the glitter as well. So that's for that later. So I started off with these beautiful, these are 2 sets. So this is the detail and this is the colouring in. But I'm going to use this with a different colour and this one with a darker colour. And that's how I get those extra images. So I'm using Granny Apple Green. I love that it looks so busy, but it's just all drawn together as well. I absolutely adore this. So I'm just adding these leafy bits. And because when we add the glitter, we're going to go slightly above that line, so that white line isn't there anymore. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and repeat down here. Just go and have fun and have a check through all your stamp sets. See what you've got, little patterns like this that you could use and fill in. You don't even have to sprinkle afterwards. You could literally get a nice pen and add dots, and that would be amazing as well. So I'm going to clean as I go, because you know me, I have to. It's a must. It's a Gaynor must. It's a must. So I might come back to this colour later. In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to grab that little image. I'm going to start at the top. And I'm just going to twist them different ways, just to get some beautiful imagery on the inside of my card. Perfect. Set that to one side, and when I come to do this colour on the inside, I'll be using it on the block as well then. So I'm going to start swapping over. I've got some beautiful mossy meadow. It's really, really dark, so when I add this image, and it's really juicy, my pad is, so I'm just going to stamp, stamp and stamp. But sometimes I'm only going to stamp off one, so it gives me that detail. So this is the inner part now of that, but I'm not adding it to them. I'm going to stick another one there. That is just so pretty. I think it's a little bit too dark to just add That's why I fetched in the scrap. Oh my gosh, that is just so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's getting there, girls. It's getting there. I'm going to clean off, like I'm saying, as I'm going along. Now I'm going to add this beautiful leaf, and I'm going to keep it full strength. And these are just going to poke out up the top, and I'm going to fill them in with balmy blue later. Just amazing. I'm going to grab one more there. And I'm going to turn it upside down and just add some. I might even add a couple that have been stamped off as well. Isn't that pretty? I'm loving this. I'm going to start doing more masked cards, maybe doing a different shape, maybe mask off a piece so your sentiment runs down the side as well. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful. So there's my mossy meadow. Now I'm coming in with a bit of balmy blue. Whoops. And you know, I know that leaf doesn't, this one doesn't even go with that set, the one I've just used, because it's a different set, but watch what it does. It just fills in those leaves beautifully. It's like a, oh, it's just a beautiful, beautiful colour. You don't have to be, well, you don't have to be in the lines. I'm going to turn this around. And where I've stamped and stamped off, I'm coming in. You just have fun. Just add colours and splashes and, oh, just love it. So now I'm going to turn it back round because I want some up here. Just stamped off gently. Different directions. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. So I'm going to have a couple down here as well. One more there, I think that'll be fine. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love that it's not always filling in the gaps either. You know, it's a card. It's a handmade card. It's not got to be perfection unless you want it to. So that's my blue. I'm also using pineapple punch. Love this. So I'm going to use that little flower several times. I'm also going to use it in the yellow and on the inside in the grapefruit grove. And I'm just going to put them on top of the green. So I know they're not actual flowers, but they're going to add something different. And little splashes of yellow here, there and everywhere. Just gorgeous. I've turned it upside down. You could make loads of these. You know, especially if you lined everything up on your stamp apparatus and still masked off. You could really go to town with these because you've got 4 different uses for your plate even. So I'm going to keep that there because I've got this little stem and I used that in yellow, believe it or not, and it added just some more height to the card and some more colour. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I've swapped it around again. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. Perfect. I might add one more there. Just adding the splashes of colour are just out of this world. I'm going to clean these later properly with my magic solution. And my last colour is this beautiful flirty flamingo. these beautiful little, like, I don't know what they call it, like cornflower, is it? They go over these little pink. I'm going to have yellow stems and pink flowers, just like that. They match beautifully. Oh, I love it. So I've just turned it upside down again. Just adding gorgeous little splashes of colour. Beautiful. One more here. I love it, love it, love it. I mean, you could, there's all sorts. I'm going to have to really clean that now because it's got my pink stain, so that will be cleaned. Where's my sets gone? Let me just grab these back. It's not that one, it's the bottom one. It would be the bottom one. So you've got these 3 dots here as well. So I'm going to use that instead of this. I use this pink flower and it's okay, but it looks a little bit lost and it needs colouring in. So I'm going to swap that. And I'm not going to pop that one in. I'm going to use these little dots to add a bit more colour in the Flirty Flamingo. So again, a different card, but beautiful. Just adding those little 3 dots here, there and everywhere. Adding a splash more colour. Oh, I love it. I'll try and get a few in. Not many down the bottom because there's a lot going on down the bottom now. I think that's perfect. And again, this one's going to be cleaned as well with my magic solution. Just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So, Grapefruit Grove. I'm just going to open it out for a sec. Fetch the inside of my card back in. I'm just going to add that beautiful little flower. On the inside of my card. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. That'll be cleaned. These will all be clean. So what I did then, just got a block, dabbed it on the top. I'm going to remove this just for a second. And like I say, I got my beautiful shimmer spray. I'm going to pop that out of the way. And then, oh, when I can get the top, I'm just going to give it a couple of squirts. That's it, that's all I did. I'm going to turn this over, fetch this back in, and then I'm going to use my beautiful paintbrush now. And I'm just going to flick dots on. And because I've used that spray, it's got an alcohol base in there. So it dries really quickly. So I haven't even got to wait for... I'm just cleaning off my brush. And I'm just going to pick up my mucky block. Give that a wipe as well. Isn't that beautiful? Look, that is virtually dry now. I'm just going to waft it. Oh well, so much for saving my underneath piece. Never mind. Okay, just give that a few more seconds to dry. And I don't know if yeah, you can see the little shimmer in there. Can you see that just gently? That is absolutely beautiful. So I've got a little pot here and my gorgeous gems. Just so I don't lose any, I'm just going to tip some in here. And they're all different sizes. They're just so cute. We haven't finished yet though, so now this is... And now I can remove the border. The tape is still on there. You could use that on something, but I'm just going to grab my glue eraser. You can do this with your finger because that just wipes, because it's a removable adhesive, it just comes off with your finger. So it looks false now, doesn't it? So, right, I'm going to use my Memento Black, and this, again, I'm going to say, hope your day is as amazing as you are. And I'm going to stamp this right in the centre, and because it's photopolymer, I know I'm going to get it straight. Fingers crossed. No, I'm only joking. I will be able to get this straight. I'm just keeping my card lined up. And I'm just going to keep it right there in the centre. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds for the ink to absorb into the card. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Set that to the side. So that's absolute gorgeous. I love a black sentiment on something so colourful like that, and it really does pop off the page. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. So to tidy those lines, this is where those beautiful strips come in. Release the backing paper. This is uber strong stuff. So I know this is going to stay stuck where I put it. So I'm going to go in between the actual stamping and the white, so I know I've got a clean uniform look. And where it is, you've got this line here. I'm going to zoom in. I may have to come up a bit. There we go. So I'm going to pop it on a line there, and it's on the fourth one. It's so sticky. Look at that, it's stuck to my finger. Oh, and then because it's on the line there, it's in between there. Tiny, tiny, tiny little overhang, which I don't mind in the slightest. I'd sooner remove than try and add on. And then they're going to do exactly the same with the top line. So move it in, making sure it's on a line. And again, I'm going to go in between the line Come on now, don't slap down too quick. There we go. I can just see there it pulled a little piece of paper. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. There we go, that's got it. So I'm going to grab my skizzers. Always cut from the back, that way you get it really flush up to the side. And now I've got my lovely Swiffer cloth. Well, I lost a piece then. That is absolutely making sure it looks symmetrical. It's absolutely beautiful. I just always saw that glitter, look. I'm flicking off my pokey tool. So taking my Swiffer, because I know it's quite a glittery card. I know a lot comes off. So I'm going to try and take off as much as I can. And then I can just wipe my desk clean. Here's my little paintbrush. That is definitely stuck down. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Oh, I love it. I don't know what's up with my lamp. It seems ever so dark. That's better. So I'm going to zoom back out. You could use this strip on something. It's got a decent... You could just put it on there, stick it to my cabinet, so I can use that over and over and over again. Especially if you're going to make multiples. You want to keep the same piece of paper, yeah, the same bit as masking, because that way they'll all be the same size. So I'm going to fetch in my glue. I'm going to add some jewels shortly. I'm just going to fetch in. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm liking those little pink dots we've got there as well. I'm going to glue this to the back of the black. Making sure I've got a decent border all the way around. I prefer to do it from the side, that way I know I've got enough top and bottom. That is just gorgeous. There's no need, I don't think there's any need for a ribbon or anything on there. So I'm just going to burnish my card again. Make sure it's nice and pressed down, and then I'm going to glue this on. You could add dimensionals, but with it being a flat card, I'm keeping it glued down. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to give it a good rub from the back so my glue has a chance to adhere down. I've got this pencil here and it picks up my gems. It's called Sticks too. And when you add it to the glue, it stays on the glue. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. I'm just going to pick up as many. I want to try and get a large one. That needs to turn over. Perfect. It's like a fine piece of art. The glue does dry clear, so I've got no worries there. I'm just doing 3 at a time, and I'm going to pull in my card, try and match. Hence the little dish, it just gives you so much control. You're not chasing your board down then for gemstones. Just try and get a few more in at a time. love this little tool. It's so cute. I've got a couple of big ones there. I want to try and turn them over ready because I want them laying flat. They're like pyramids. So if I get a few out ready, and then I can just grab. I'm going to add a large one. Oh, same size. I'm going to try and get a small one now. Oh, I love it. I like to put them in groups of 3 and then some single ones as well. Try and turn it over. I don't know what's in this pencil, but it's brilliant. It stops me getting sticky fingers. It will dry, I do promise you that. But they're all dry now. They're not coming off there. But I'm so fussy. Perfect. So I'm just going to remove as much of the excess glue as possible. Don't have to do this, it will dry clear. It's just that I got some on the side of my gem. There's quite a lot there. I'm just going to press down. Don't move. Oh, gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop these down a little bit harder, that way they adhere to the card. Oops. That is dry now. Or stuck, should I say. But that is... I'm just being overly fussy, aren't I now? So, I'm only going to add tiny little dots now, and that's, I think that'll be enough now. Maybe one more. This is definitely going to be the last one now, I think. I'm going to have one just there. Last one coming in. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my word, I love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, I had this off, I think it was like £2. But you basically just gently touch. And there it goes. And then once you tap the side, it comes straight off. Brilliant. So I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds. I'm going to tip my lovely little back in there. We've even got some black ones here, look. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Glued together, yeah, the tiny, tiny little black ones. But they're not all different sizes. Oh yeah, they are. I don't want to stick to these black ones. No, doesn't like the black ones. Okay, see, it's best to have a dish. Don't be clever like me. Knock them into the dish. They're all sticking to my fingers. And then you can tip them back in. I've missed it. Oh my gosh, I'm having a right old day with these black ones. Wish I hadn't got them out now. But I've got these wonderful gems that were gifted to me, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Look, absolutely wonderful. So I think they should be dry now. Pop that back on my shelf and fetch in my gorgeous card. What do you reckon? I got a tiny little piece of paper. It's driving me up the wall. Oh, so there's the one we've just done together. Absolutely adore this. It's just so beautiful. This is the one I did first. Hope your day is as amazing as you are. And I would, if putting this in an envelope, I would add a sheet of A4 photocopy paper folded in half and just placed on the top. It just stops all those dints coming through on your envelope. But absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed. I really loved this card. So yeah, I'd love a thumbs up and a share. Please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to press the little bell straight away. That way you won't miss any future videos. And I do my best to try and post every single day. So come and see what I make tomorrow. And please, please come and join us for the premieres. I love those. So till next time, love you all. Bye.